What could be more epic and intense than a giraffe vs predator moment? That's right, nothing. At least that's what the internet says about it. Not sure about you, but when it comes to giraffes, I just can't help myself from watching those amazing long necks fighting against those nasty predators who tried to prey on them. So take a look at the 15 most epic and intense giraffe vs predator moments. Number 15. Giraffe vs Gazelle. Here is a giraffe that doesn't like having your peace disturbed. As baby gazelle approaches it, the giraffe kicks it in the head. I'm not sure if the gazelle is dead, but it doesn't look good. I'm not sure if these two are having a friendly session of sparring, but looks like they are having a good time, and neither is being violent. This giraffe walks towards this baby gazelle that's trying to carry a branch with some leaves, probably to eat. But she can't see where she's going because the branch is in front of her face. The giraffe sees the gazelle is having a hard time, and it decides to give the gazelle a helping hand by removing the branch on the gazelle's head. Giraffe never ceased to amaze me. Number 14. Kudu vs Giraffe. This kudu has decided to attack a giraffe because it doesn't seem to be doing well at the zoo. It's unclear why I did this, but where are the zookeepers when you need them? When she finally tries to rise, the kudu attempts to plant its horns into the giraffe, but her legs do not appear to be strong enough to get up. She is the appearance of a drunken pub patron. When the kudu tries to ram the giraffe, the other giraffes approach. The giraffe eventually gets up and runs, but the kudu slams its horns into the towering animal one more time, knocking it over again. The giraffe is able to stand up one more time, and this time it flees from the kudu who pursues her but soon abandons the chase. This kudu chases this giraffe and flanks her, knocking her to the ground. What is it with kudus having it against giraffes? Once the giraffe is on the ground, the kudu rams into her again. The giraffe gets up but is knocked down one more time. The giraffe finally gets up and is able to return to his friends without the kudu interfering. Number 13. Giraffe vs Rhino. Rhinos are massive, and an adult rhino could probably hurt a giraffe but not the rhino. In our video, this is a younger rhino, and he's actually trying to play with this giraffe. The giraffe wants nothing to do with the rhino, so she tries to kick it. And when she does, the rhino is scared away and runs back to his mom to tell her the big bad giraffe at him. I guess the giraffe is going to be called to the principal's office. It looks like these giraffes are not getting along with these rhinos, and the animals challenge one another. One of the giraffes has no problem in advancing towards the rhinos and defying them. The rhinos don't insist, and when the giraffe tries to hit one of the rhinos with her head, the rhino runs off. The giraffes are dictating the pace of this conflict, and the rhinos are just reacting. Who would have thought at the end of the video we can see a young giraffe approach some rhinos just to get a whiff? I guess the rhinos will have to settle with a young giraffe if they hope to make a friend. Number 12. Wild dog vs giraffe. Coming across the road, the African wild dogs are peeking at the giraffes. The dogs can be seen closing in behind the giraffes. They have no chance of killing any of these giraffes, so they are on the lookout for anything else. The zebra might be an alternative, but with so many giraffes around, it might be difficult for the dogs, and the zebra is no pushover either. Smaller prey will have to suffice for the dogs, and they will be on their way to find it. These wild dogs have something else coming if they think they are going to take down one of these huge adult giraffes. I understand wild dogs are great hunters, but giraffes are way out of their league. Number 11. Giraffe vs Zebra. I'm not sure what this zebra is trying to do with this giraffe, whether it's playing or bullying it, but the giraffe will eventually lose its patience and strike the zebra. The zebra even runs under the giraffe's belly. That's actually quite funny, but the giraffe doesn't appreciate it, and she strikes the zebra with her neck. Zebra seems young, and I think he only wants to play, but he eventually gets the message and walks away. The poor little guy was just trying to make friends and being told to take a walk by. The giraffe must have broken his heart this time. It's the giraffe that intrudes on the zebra's space and bullies these two zebras while they are trying to get a bite to eat. The zebras get in and move away, and that's when the giraffe decides to take some of that food. Number 10. Giraffe vs Jeep car. Giraffes are massive animals, and they are kind of tall too. How would you feel being chased by a giraffe in this next clip? Watch this giraffe take long strides to try and catch up to this Jeep in the bush. Is the giraffe upset, or is it just going through its morning workout? What an intimidating animal. When it gets close to the vehicle, you can see the damage on the Jeep after the excursion. This next clip is kind of funny. A big giraffe sticks its monstrous head inside a vehicle to get a hold of some food. But the kid closest to the giraffe panics and yells as he backs up into his seat as much as he can. While all this is happening, You can hear the dad laughing out loud at his kids and finds the giraffe adorable. Here are a couple of friendly giraffes enjoying some bananas, but when there are no bananas left, the giraffe still wants more. The woman holds onto one of the giraffe sets and laughs out loud. I guess this was a lot of fun for the entire family. Giraffes are extremely sociable, and they have no problem approaching people. As you can see in this video, I thought they were timid, but I'm glad to see they are sociable animals. Number 9. Hyena versus Giraffe. After following the telltale signs of landing vultures, a group of wildlife enthusiasts came across a sad but fascinating sight of a female giraffe fighting off a clan of hyenas over the carcass of a deceased youngster. Both species were equally committed to claiming the spoils, and the tug-of-war lasted a long time for the mother succumbed to the hyenas. When they returned that afternoon, they were surprised to see the hyenas planet brought along their cubs to feed on the young giraffe's carcass, reminding everyone how far the circle of life extends. The surprises didn't stop there, as the next morning an unsuspecting male lion claimed the remains of the carcass. Giraffes are a difficult challenge for lions, so hyenas will not fare any better than lions against giraffes. These hyenas have discovered a dead giraffe calf and are attempting to eat it, but 2 adult giraffes are chasing the hyenas away. I'm not sure if the hyenas killed a calf or just discovered the dead, but they sure want to eat it. The giraffes keep harassing the hyenas, but the scavengers keep returning for more until some lions arrive and chase some of the hyenas away. The lions must have made the kill and are returning to finish what they started, but the hyenas beat them to it because they are outnumbered. The lions do not insist and leave the calf's remains to the ferocious hyenas. This massive giraffe rushes to save its calf and nearly crushes one of the hyenas, but the scavengers escape. A hyena is no match for a full-grown giraffe. Unfortunately, it appears the hyena has got the better of the calf before the mother could save the day. Spotted hyenas have strong jaws that allow them to hunt and eat corpses. While hyenas do hunt and kill giraffes, they also serve as scavengers at times. Number 8. Crocodile versus Giraffe. We have seen giraffes face off against lions, and they usually handle themselves quite well. How would a giraffe fare against a crocodile? The giraffe in this video is attacked by a crocodile and it's trying to get back up, but it's having all the trouble in the world doing so. Although giraffes are powerful, they don't have big ankles, and if the crocodile manages to grab one, he can easily break it. That's exactly what seems to be happening, even though we can't see anything because of the tall grasses. Nevertheless, the crocodile managed to kill the giraffe. But it was a pride of lions that came in for the carcass. Later in this video, these crocodiles come out of their element to inspect a dead giraffe. Perhaps the giraffe was attacked, or it was sick and just died there. Its body doesn't bear any traces of aggression, so anything could have caused its demise. The vultures plan on sharing the dining room table with the large reptiles, but will the crocodiles allow them? Number 7. Elephant versus Giraffe. There was no obvious reason for it, but as the mother and calf approached the water hole, the mother took a dislike to the giraffes who were drinking there. Mother continued to walk away from where she chased the giraffe despite having made her point, and the young elephant waited near the water hole. Another strange thing was that the young elephant drank and then went in a different direction. This giraffe backs away from a water hole. When a medium-sized elephant approaches, the elephant doesn't seem aggressive, but the giraffe is apprehensive and doesn't take a chance. She lets the elephant strength and slowly returns to the water hole. Afterwards, all is calm in the bush, and it looks like the elephants are trying to tell the giraffe they don't mind her drinking with them. Number 6. Cheetah versus Giraffe. Cheetahs hunting giraffes is extremely rare. This cheetah coalition, on the other hand, does, and it's possible that it's solely for the purpose of getting to the calf. As it fights off the cheetahs, the giraffe can be heard growled. It's extremely terrifying. The cheetah coalition does not insist on continuing the approach until the giraffes have moved further along, and the cheetahs continue to approach until it becomes too hot, at which point they walk away into the shade and abandon the hunt. Fighting a full-grown giraffe is a difficult task for a pride of lions, so I don't see how a cheetah coalition could be successful. Number 4. David and Sam Mentier in 2015. Calabasas couple David and Sam Mentier were visiting Africa and staying at the Royal Livingstone Hotel near Victoria Falls in Zambia. After walking with lions at a rescue reserve, the couple returned to the resort and went for a swim. As they were heading back to their room, they realized they had forgotten the key at the pool. Sam went back to retrieve it while David took a forested passage which led to the front of the lodge. There he saw a 17-foot male giraffe feeding on the leaves with 3 females nearby. As Sam was approaching from the opposite direction, David gestured to her to stop so that they could admire the animal, That's when the bull made eye contact with the woman. Suddenly, the bull flared its nostrils, kicked Sam, and then pinned her down. David charged the animal and hit it, reaching only as far as his thigh. Unfazed, the male swung its head and hit David, lifting him 3 feet off the ground into a tree. People who witnessed the attack started yelling and throwing rocks in order to scare the animal away. A groundskeeper came and retrieved Sam with a golf cart. As David crawled around the tree and limped his way to the reception, the couple were reunited at a nearby first aid station and afterwards were taken to a small clinic in Zambia. Thanks to their insurance company, the Menteers were able to secure an airlift to Johannesburg, where they received care over the course of several weeks. They both survived the attack, but not without some battle scars. The giraffe had split Sam's leg open, and she required 45 stitches, while David suffered internal bruising. Experts currently recognize one ghiraffe species with 9 subspecies scattered throughout the African continent, from Chad in the north to South Africa in the south, and from Niger in the west to Somalia in the east. They live in semi-arid open woodlands with scattered trees and bushes. There are roughly 900 giraffes in the wild and approximately 1,150 in captivity. Giraffes only eat plants and can go without a drink for weeks at a time as they get most of their moisture from vegetation. These social animals don't have territories and live in groups called towers that have been described as open and ever-changing. Males are called bulls and females are referred to as cows. Giraffes are generally considered to be quiet and non-vocal, but they have been heard using a variety of sounds to communicate, like moans, grunts, bellows, hisses, or loud coughs, which males emit during courtship. There's a theory that they might also use infrasound to communicate over long distances. Number 3. Brand Bossy. In April 2015, the body of 45-year-old Taurus brand Bossy was found at a game reserve in the Limpopo province of South Africa. Bossy was staying at the Falbermanate Lodge just north of Johannesburg. He'd gone missing on a Sunday afternoon after going for a bike ride alone. According to a statement by a South African police official, the injuries present on the body suggested he'd been trampled to death by a giraffe. Although nobody knows for sure how the incident occurred, some theories suggest that Bossy startled the animal by approaching him on his bicycle. The giraffe most likely felt threatened and mistook him for a predator, which consequently triggered the attack. Giraffes may look like calm, gentle giants, but they're more than capable of killing you instantly. When a giraffe swings its muscular neck, it generates an incredible amount of power in a whip-like motion. The receiving end of that whip features a thick horn skull that can break bones and critically damage internal organs. Sustaining such a strike from a giraffe is comparable to being hit by a wrecking ball or a giant flail. And for a human being, the consequences can be fatal. There are cases of people being hit and thrown several feet in the air. In addition, giraffes have massive, sharp hooves that they can use to trample their victims to death. A kick from a giraffe is surprisingly quick and may be deadly if the strike is to their chest or their head. Their long legs also enable giraffes to be very fast, in short bursts. Giraffes can reach speeds of around 35 mph, meaning that they can outrun humans, which is why they should be given a wide berth. Merrick and Gelbrecht in May 2010, a woman was fatally injured by a giraffe while walking her dogs on a game farm in South Africa's Limpopo province. 25-year-old Merrick and Gelbrecht was walking with number 2 German short-haired pointers when one of the dogs started running towards a giraffe, afraid that her dog might get injured, and Gelbrecht went after it. According to a police spokesman, that's when the giraffe got startled and became agitated. It was also reportedly protecting its calf that had been walking nearby. When Gelbrecht approached the animal, it kicked out sharply. The impact was devastating, and the young woman was killed instantly. The first clue that something had gone wrong came when one of the dogs returned to the lodge without its owner and the lead still attached to it. Gelbrecht's family was at the farm to celebrate her mother's 50th birthday. Coincidentally, the day would have also marked the young woman's first wedding anniversary. Giraffes are generally peaceful animals that don't typically attack people. There are places in the world like the Giraffe Center in Nairobi, Kenya, where tourists can take guided walks alongside these remarkable animals. Yet it's worth remembering that they will hesitate to attack you if they feel threatened. Aside from only interacting with them in the presence of a trainer, you should avoid making sudden moves. Try to be calm and as quiet as possible. Giraffes have good color vision, so bright hues on your clothing may upset them. If you want to take pictures, make sure to disable the flash, as this can startle them into sudden violence. Number 1. Carlos Carvalho. In May 2018, Award-winning filmmaker Carlos Carvalho was killed by a giraffe bull at a safari park in South Africa. At the time, 47-year-old Carvalho was filming for the popular ITV series Wild at Heart. According to park officials, Carvalho approached Gerald, the giraffe, to get close-ups, even though he'd been instructed to keep a safe distance. Moments before the attack took place, Dracus Vandermeer, Carvalho's colleague, captured a final photograph of him as he worked on rigging. As Carvalho was looking through the camera's eyepiece, the giraffe spread his legs and swung its neck at him. He delivered a critical headbutt to the filmmaker's skull that sent him flying 16 through the air. Vandermeer witnessed the incident and later told a media outlet, "I could see he was unconscious. There was blood coming out of his eyes and ears. So I knew he had severe head trauma." The paramedics were called in. Carvalho was airlifted to hospital. Unfortunately, he never recovered from the severity of his injuries and was later pronounced dead. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like and let us know in the comments what you think. Check out our other videos and subscribe to be part of the fun. Click on the notification icon so you can see our new videos as soon as they're uploaded. That's it for now.